Om Shanti, everyone. Good morning. So, I guess it's a privilege for me to be with all of you for the next 3 days, including today. That we're gonna discuss, we're gonna read, we're gonna discuss this Avyakt Murli in 3 parts. So this Murli, the 13th of October, 1992. The theme for this Murli is, in order to become number one, put knowledge and yoga into your practical form. Today, the true teacher is seeing his godly students, the ones who imbibe his elevated teachings. To what extent has each godly student imbibed these godly teachings? The teacher is one, the study is the same, and yet the students are number-wise in their study. Baba's a classic example. Baba says, all the groundwork is same, and yet how we turn out to be is different. Baba says, the lesson everyone listens to every day in the Murli is the same at every place. That is, the same lesson is studied. The Murli, that is the lesson at every place, is the same. There may be a difference in the date, but the Murli is the same. So why is it still number-wise? So from Baba's mouth to my ears, in between, there must be a traffic jam. So it's not fully absorbed or not fully clear. Baba says, why is there a number? Because the method of studying this godly study is not just to listen to it, but every elevated version has to be put into your practical form. Everyone listens to the same thing, but it becomes number-wise in putting it into the practical form. Everyone has the same aim. I should become number one. You do have this aim, do you not? You have the aim of becoming number one, but you become number-wise in the result. You have to put the aim into your qualifications. But in doing this, there is a difference created between the aim and the qualifications. There are many subjects in this study. You simply have to imbibe 4 subjects. Only 4, but it takes a lifetime to master it, right? Baba says, so what is difficult about this? All 4 subjects you have are related to one another. If you imbibe the one subject of knowledge completely, according to the right method, that is, if you put every word of knowledge into your practical form, then that knowledge is just of 2 words. So Baba's summarizing in a nutshell, this entire ocean of knowledge is comprised in 2 words. These are creator and creation, or alpha and beta. To have the clear understanding of the Father, the Creator, means that the introduction of the Supreme Soul and the relationship with Him become clear. And the creation means the first creation. I am an elevated soul. And secondly, what my part as a soul is in this unlimited creation that is in this unlimited drama throughout the entire cycle. So a small point and yet a big role in a bigger drama, right? Baba says, all of you have this knowledge, do you not? However, to be an embodiment of an elevated soul and to play an elevated part at all times, you sometimes remember this and you sometimes forget. You have the knowledge of these two words. Yoga is also based on these two words, is it not? Therefore, yoga is automatically connected with knowledge. Those who are enlightened souls are definitely also yogi souls. And so Gyan and Yoga are related, are they not? Therefore, would the dharana of those who are Jnani and Yogi be elevated or weak? So if my dharana is shaking, means the foundation of my Gyan is still not strong, right? Baba says. It would automatically be elevated, would it not? It would be easy, would it not? Or would they have difficulty in their dharana? Can those who are Jnani and Yogi souls be weak in their dharana? No. However, they are this. It means Baba is still seeing some weakness, some flaws in our dharana. And Baba says, however, they are this. Is it that they do not have Jnana and Yoga? They are knowledgeable, but they do not have the stage of being an enlightened soul. So Gyan is still an intellectual property. It has not become an experience. So Baba is saying, they do not have the stage of being an enlightened soul. They are those who try to have yoga, but they do not have a yogi life. A life is constant and it is natural. So Baba doesn't want us to keep on trying. So from trying, Baba is telling about belonging, transition from trying to belonging, the natural state. To have a yogi life means that the original nature is that of a yogi. The sanskaras of forgetfulness and weakness of 63 births have become the original nature of your Brahmin life, and they sometimes create obstacles to your efforts. Then, no matter how much your attention is drawn, either by yourself or by others, to bring about a particular transformation, and even when you know and you understand that that transformation should take place, and you also wish that, what do you still say? I do not want this, but it is my nature. It has become my natural nature. If someone's words and interactions are not filled with knowledge, or they are not according to those of a yogi life, what do they say? They would say, my words are naturally like that. My tone of speaking is like that. Or they would say, my activity and my behavior are official and serious. When I actually read this word official, we have a senior sister here. She would always say that, to tell something to students that ye nahi karna, unko ye batana, unko ye samjhana. She will always say, aap karna. She'll always tell me, you do it. If I say, it'll be official. Yeah, it will sound official. If you say, it will be friendly. So they would listen. So when anything has to be, any correction, any advice that needs to be given, then the senior would tell me, "Nahi, aap baat karna." When you speak, they would listen. When you speak, they would understand because they can relate to you well. So when I read the word official, I understood sometimes, knowing or unknowingly, due to a certain role that we play, we want people to take us seriously. So sometimes our behavior can seem a bit, cold or serious, or, don't play around with me. I mean what I say. You have to do this. So in that mindset, we're trying to approach people, but sometimes, it doesn't work on everyone. The more I am a bit cold and official, the more even their ego gets attacked. So if we are humble and when we speak, there's always a different result that comes out, right? So Bob is telling here, my activity and my behavior are official and serious. You give it a very good name. It is not being forceful, but it is being official. So we're trying to use royal language. Baba says, your natural nature works according to your wishes and understanding. You do not have to make any effort for that. Similarly, every action of those who have a jnani life and a yogi life is naturally filled with knowledge and yoga. That is, knowledge and yoga become their nature. Then, because of having that nature, they are naturally able to perform elevated actions and yukti-yukt actions. So, do you understand? Baba is asking, we may understand superficially, but do we really get it? Baba is saying, do you really understand? That nature makes everything natural. So when knowledge and yoga become your original nature, that is known as having a jnani and a yogi life. All of you are jnani and all of you are yogi. But what is the difference? Baba is saying still there is difference. One category, so Baba has categorized Baba's children in two categories. So the first category, Baba says, is of those who listen and speak knowledge and put it into their life according to their capacity. The second category is those who make knowledge and yoga the nature of their life at every moment. All of you are students, but because of this difference, you become number wise. Those who have the nature of being Jnani and Yogi will naturally have dharana. It's interesting, isn't it? I was doing this research. How would my actions be if if I'm filled with knowledge? Actions that's filled with gyan. So definitely the first is, before I act, I naturally will know the law of karma. And so naturally I will know how to act in such a way where I can bring harmony. Then that is a sign the soul is, knowledgeful. And then there are no waste thoughts. There are no waste thoughts. There are no just internal chatter going, because drama becomes perfectly clear to me. Perfectly clear. No questions. Why, what? I absolutely understand drama. So Baba says, their nature and sanskaras will naturally be the embodiment of dharana. They will not have to make repeated effort to imbibe this virtue or to imbibe that virtue. But at the time of laying their foundation, they would have made their life on the basis of Gyan, Yoga, and Dharana. That's a punchline. I feel that's a deep punchline, Baba says. At the time of laying their foundation, they would have made their life on the basis of Gyan, Yoga, and Dharana. This is why these three subjects become the natural and automatic experience of such souls. This is why such souls are called easy yogi souls, easy jnani souls, and souls who are easily an embodiment of dharana. So all three subjects have a connection, and those who have the treasure of such experiences will be complete. So Babas are saying, an experience of Gyan, Yoga, Dharana will be complete. Such images of perfection automatically become master bestowers. A bestower means a server. A bestower cannot stay without giving. Through having the sanskaras of a bestower, the subject of service automatically becomes easy in a practical way. Right. This sentence again is very powerful. I repeat, through having the sanskaras of a bestower, the subject of service automatically becomes easy in a practical way. Therefore, all four are related, are they not? If someone says, I have very good knowledge, but I am lacking in my dharana, would you call that one a jnani soul? You give this knowledge to others, but you are only able to give it because you have it. Interesting. Should I continue or should we open for discussion? Can someone hint me?
Sister, as you say, whatever works.
Whatever works? Okay.
I
There is
think
a
we can
lot.
stop.
We can stop? Okay.
Why? Yeah, because it's
Right,
3 days
right,
Murli, right? So we don't have
right.
long. way to go on this one. Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Right. Okay. So let me mark on my sheet where I stopped. Okay. So I was just sharing about what does it mean actions filled with gyan, and what does it mean to have actions filled with yoga. And just did some research on different Murlis and picked up some points. And some of the examples that Baba gave, when I say my actions are filled with gyan. So first is, as I was mentioning, before acting, the soul naturally sees the law of karma and chooses harmony over conflict, or chooses harmony over ego. Second, the soul doesn't waste thoughts, gossip, or have an internal chatter about anything, because the soul deeply respects and understands drama. And then a soul conscious vision. Every human soul that I see, I will always first look at their forehead. Nothing about their body, the gender, the color, the features, nothing registers first. It's just the soul talking to a soul. Not even their role registers in my head. So Baba is saying then that's a Gyani soul. And then Baba says, what does it mean to have actions filled with yoga? Baba says there is definitely a natural nimit bhav, an instrument consciousness. I don't have to remind myself I'm an instrument. I naturally am. And I naturally, then the nimit bhav gives birth to humility. Humility comes easily without needing to remind myself. I need to humble down. And then definitely that is a detached observation skill, capacity, being a detached observer, knowing when to see a bigger picture, step back, when to see a bigger picture, and when to step in and act. So that is a decision I'm able to make. It feels very crystal clear, no blurriness, no confusion. You absolutely feel this is the right thing to do. This is the this is the decision to be taken. And then Baba said to perform every task while having Shiv Baba in the background. It's like a partnership. Not to remember Shiv Baba only as and when the need arises, or simply being a sitting yogi, sitting in yoga, but even naturally as I'm doing everything, even a simplest task, a mundane task, Baba's there in the background. And I love in one of the class, I don't remember, one of the seniors class, they asked, someone asked him, how can I recognize Baba? Actually, I even had the same thought when as I was reading this Murli. I was just talking to Baba. Usually when I read Murli, I sit in Baba's room. I sit in front of Baba. Every sentence that I read, I'm looking into Baba's eyes, and I have my ongoing, my chatter, my communication, discussion with Baba, as if we are, studying this Murli as a couple, as a partner. So I was telling me, Baba, reading this Murli, I'm wondering, do I even know you as you are? Will I ever know you as you are? Or am I just going to die trying this whole life? And as I was even telling that to Baba, I just started smiling. I just laughing. I said, I thought I knew you better, but now I'm wondering if I actually do. And then I said, well, Baba, how would I recognize you? How can I have the exact experience? of you. And the feeling came, I can even sometimes when I am not able to reach out to Baba, then let me just be still and allow Baba, you reach out to me. Maybe I'm not in that frequency that I can reach out to you. But Baba, I want you to reach out to me. I'm here, I'm available, and I'm in need. So come to me. And many times that has happened. And also recognizing Baba through Baba's virtues. Sometimes, I don't know how many of you have experienced, maybe I'm sure you must have, where when you just, you feel confused what to do and what decision and looking so much into the problem and then you just sit in front of Baba, you share whatever needs to be shared. Okay, Baba, guide me. And then after a while, a thought comes in the mind and it feels suddenly everything becomes so clear. Suddenly everything becomes like the pin drop. Oh, okay. So this is what needs to get done. In that time, then it means Baba came. Baba came as a teacher. So that time, without me even realizing, I experienced Baba as a teacher, just giving clarity. And then sometimes when I just wanted to feel safe, wanted to feel comfort, maybe I could be going through something, go and sit in front of Baba. I said, Baba, I just want you to come here and I just want you to hug me. And I want you to tell me everything is okay. And I want you to make me feel safe. And after a while, it feels everything is fine. It feels everything is okay. Even if it's chaotic, everything is okay. You are safe. And it feels at that moment, Baba gave me the experience of a father. Recognizing Baba through these virtues makes us feel, yes, Baba is real. Baba is there. Baba is not just reading the Murli or listening to a commentary. Baba is absolutely real. And Baba is concerned with my everyday life. So, these are those bits and pieces of moments where my mind is connected with Baba, whether it's out of need or out of love, but the answer comes. So, does any of you have any such experiences in your life? How Baba touched you and how you knew it was Baba? Anyone? Silence. I guess everyone is practicing silence.
I'll break the silence. Then maybe others can later on share.
Okay, sure.
So, yeah, sister, it's very nice to hear this, Murli, where Baba says this knowledge and the yoga, right? So we need to put that into practice. So as we know, there are a lot of knowledge in this world, and a lot of people already know a few things. From the knowledge perspective, they very well know. So if we take a very simple example, the smokers, so those who smoke, right, they already know that smoking is injurious to health because it's written on the packet itself. So still they go for it. So there, we understand that they lack the power, right? So to put that into knowledge is there, but unable to bring that knowledge into power, which means here when Baba gives us knowledge, Baba is not only giving us knowledge, but also giving us power to put that into our practice, day-to-day life. Right? But still, Baba says that we are number wise. Right? Everybody is getting same knowledge, same power. But while everybody's situation is also different, but when it comes to applying in our life, right, we see it as number wise. Right. So, yeah. So, is it only because a kingdom is being established that this number is created, or um, or or the person who is practicing the knowledge, he the way he is applying this knowledge in life is making a difference. Can you elaborate a
Right.
little bit on that?
Yeah. It's interesting. You're asking the chicken comes first or the egg comes first. It's ongoing debate that has been going on. Baba always puts the confluence age as the beginning of the cycle. And definitely it is the present initiative and the focus that the child takes. It's going to determine. But to be honest, you see, golden age, by the end of golden age, there's 20 million. By the end of silver age is 330 million. So meaning there's more of silver age souls than golden age. That means there's 310 million silver age souls. There's only 20 million of golden age. So we definitely do see a huge contrast in Baba's children. And sometimes the mind wonders, well, which category do I fall, Baba? And then Baba says, well, wait, don't give yourself a score yet. Still time is there. So leap as much as you can and as much as you want. And there was one class, one workshop, in fact, we had yesterday with Sister Judy from Canada. It's interesting, it was based on her book. The book is called The Soul Never Dies. And the topic, basically in a nutshell, Bob always talks about dying alive, right? And really dying alive really means it's the death to ego. And then after reading the book, and because I was hosting the workshop yesterday with her, and I realized, have I even fully understood what ego is? Or is my understanding still very superficial? And the more I read, the more I heard, the more I realized, my God, ego is so deep. Ego has, there's 5 types of ego. I thought ego was just ego. But as we were peeling the layers, I realized something clicked in me. That means, how deep is deep? When Baba says Gyan and Baba is very deep, how deep is deep? How much depth has I crossed? And how much more I have not understood? And that just humbled me down, just to know that, my God, Baba, there's so much I have not realized, understood. And then I started reading the Murli with a different view. Not that, oh, I've heard this point before, but what the point actually means. Then I started researching, every sentence, every certain words, certain phrases I've heard like a million times. I've been listening to Murli since I was 3 years old. A million times, maybe 1,000 times I've heard. Have I really got it? And that clicked me. And that is why Baba says, all of us could be listening to knowledge. Maybe it could be also just a wealth of um, just an intellectual wealth, knowledge, but how much we have really gone deep into it? Very less. And I realized to study a Murli takes hours. It's not a 1 hour thing. It's not a 2 hours. It takes hours to study a Murli. At one time I took a Murli, it took me 5 hours to finally get the Murli. I kept reading, researching, word to word, phrases. And then I realized, Baba, if I had not gone to this depth, I would have just read them really say, okay, I think I got it. No, I did not get it fully. It takes a lot of initiative, Vijit Bhai.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of initiative.
Yeah, thank you. And like you brought out, yeah, I also experience the same, like when I read the Murli, slowly and have a chat with Baba, okay, and photos in front. And I notice so many new points emerges.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And something I never thought about it, and then some of them I start writing. Okay, well, this is something I never thought about it. Okay. Suddenly it came. And from one point to another point, it connects. Okay.
Absolutely.
But when we start reading just the Murli, we read from the top to bottom without even giving a space to think through what Baba said, right? Then it doesn't happen. But it happens when you give a pause in between and then talk to Baba, share. And
Right.
if you give that space, then a lot of things emerges in between that space, right? So
Right.
that I really experienced.
Yeah.
And I think that is there is also kind of a yoga, isn't it?
Absolutely. You're incorporating yoga while reading Murli. You're not just reading it for the sake of just finishing the end of the page, but you're just really trying to understand, Baba, what do you really want me to do? What have I not understood yet? Because if I really understand, I will do it. But if I assumed I understood, I am still in surface. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Right. Thank you.
Om
Anyone
Shanti,
else?
Ben.
Shanti Ben.
Ben. I was just, when Baba keeps asking the question, he often says, same knowledge. I give everyone the same thing. Why number wise? I just recollect myself, as a teacher, been a teacher at least for 40 years. I was just saying, imagine I'm a teacher. I'm talking about a real classroom. I'm walking into a classroom. Every child is working at a different subject, at a different pace, different tools. And each one is fully engaged, fully supported, fully progressing. But for decades, we know, and this is what they teach us in learning theories. If really you go through the various learning theories, whether it's Skinner's theory or Gestalt's theory and all, we were told one thing: kids learn differently. Kids are not the same. If I'm going to enter in the classroom and I say, oh, that person, if she could really grasp what I could say and answer, then that person in that last bench should also be the same.
Mm.
And not only that, it comes a different subject. Like some grasp mathematical concepts intuitively, some grasp English very good, and some grasp history in a different way, geography. So whenever Baba puts this question, I said, I don't know, Baba, you are a teacher, you are a supreme teacher, I agree. But come down to this Lokik teacher, which we are giving, there are so many learning theories. If a teacher were to stand in front of the classroom and give the same kind of teaching to everyone, I think I'm just thinking to bring about utopia in the classroom. It's not possible. We are first told they are different strokes. Each one is different. How to
Mm.
teach the one who really grasps, how to teach the one who really needs to open up and then slowly tell him. That is, I have to feel the pulse and then do. So when that is how we were brought up or we educated in education, teaching education and our learning education with these theories. So maybe I say, Baba, why you find number wise? It's the same principle over here. Teacher is the same, fine. Even the students are the same, fine. But something within us, what you call it as samskaras, and what education says as capacity to understand, capacity to learn is different. So there we use the word capacity. Here, my bheja is not yet open. It is filled with all these samskaras and all. That's why, Baba, why every time you post this question, number wise, and then make us really think, okay, anyhow, we are not in 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and all. And now you said 20 million and all. We start thinking, okay, we are not in 108, blah, blah, is there, we are not in 16,000. I think I don't like these numbers whenever Baba comes, whenever he says, I really don't like these numbers. I would just like to know, I have understood my father, just like a child in the classroom. I am in 8th D, and this is my teacher, and I'm fit to be in 8th D. And if I'm good, I'm going to be promoted in 9th D. I think that's what, and if I'm very good, I'll be well promoted. Being a teacher, I think I always had this kind of thing. So sometimes, whenever Baba says rosy, or this million, or 16,108, or this race, no, I don't know. It's just my opinion, Ben. It's just, I said, as long as you, I have accepted you. You are the one, the only one. And what you say, Baba, it will come in me because you didn't create everyone the same. Some you created black, some whether you created or nature created, destiny created. That's how we are born. So they always say, I'm not saying just because I'm a South Indian, mostly they say, no, the South Indians are very intellectuals. You must just see somewhere a New York report or something like that. So, I don't like this thing of number wise, especially in the third paragraph when Baba is saying, why are you number wise? So I say, Baba, after teaching for 40 years, if I'm going to go to my classroom and tell, all of you, I'm giving you, you all have the same book in front of you. I'm teaching everyone the same. I'm not teaching this one different. Why you cannot come number one first rank? Why are you the 31st rank? Baba, can I go and tell? Why, Baba, like that? You're saying, wow, last bead, okay, better. I don't know. Sometimes when this number wise comes, no, mujhe acha nahi. Somewhere as a teacher, student being, I don't know, it doesn't strike me. Knowledge is beautiful, I think. And if you're going to give me the answer that this is a different knowledge, this is a different teacher, you cannot be like that supreme teacher. Okay, I accept. But I'm not just talking to you about the learning basics.
Yes.
So I somewhere when this number wise beads, rosary or million, silver age and all comes, I said, Baba, I know you. I want to go back with you. I will be in Paramdam. And according to my thing, if where you want me to send the next class, you decide. Let my class teacher decide. That's what I don't know. This is how I feel whenever this teacher relationship comes. I don't know. I may be wrong. I just wanted to share.
It's no right or wrong, it's just your feelings. And Baba absolutely got your feelings. He's heard it and loud and clear. He got you, he understands you. And I guess personally, even for me, golden age or silver age, in reality, okay, we know Baba had said the numbers or populations, but on a personal effort, I know I'm not racing with anyone. I know I'm not racing to be in a rosary, or I'm not racing to be in golden age. I am just trying to understand myself better every day and trying to perform or progress better every day. Like you said, I don't think these numbers matters. I don't think yes, you know, Rosary, when Baba mentions all that, Baba's just looking at, the reality and the bigger picture. But on a personal level, on an everyday effort, I don't think all these matters. I think we are just constantly focused on how to get myself better, how to have more consistency in me, with certain stability in me. I think that's all every one of us are looking. And as long as we keep our progress as our priority and not using certain weaknesses that we have as an excuse, then I think we're doing very well. So Baba just keep waking us up. Don't become comfortable with excuses. Don't become comfortable with certain weaknesses, and you say, well, what can I do? This is me. This is whatever baggage I carry. This is my nature. I can't do anything about it. Baba is not wanting us to be comfortable with that excuse. So, Giri Japan, you are spot on. None of us are number conscious. We are very much conscious with our progress. Like, that's it. Yeah.
Oh, why, Vinuben, I said this. I don't know if you're hearing the news of India, which is going on nowadays. These competitive exams and all which I go. I
Yes.
met one child, a child, and of course she is okay, but her friend committed suicide. So she was
Oh,
saying she will always say because the parent used to compare the child who
mm,
committed suicide with, see, when she can come over there with you, you're going to the same coaching class, how come you have not done? So that child, knowing that it could not perform, it just
fine.
killed. So I was just telling, when this neat news came, I told Baba, once. I said, see, Baba, this is what. But that doesn't mean if you're going to go and tell me, Giri, no, see, I'm not talking about numbers and all, because here it's something different. Here it's not the
Fine.
question that I am going to be admitted in medical or something like that, because you will still take me. Baba has said, in the end, whether you're good or bad, I'll thrash you, but I will take you with me. That one guarantee is there. I'm not going to be left behind. And no, along with me, you're going to take even the others. See, that guarantee is there. But whenever this NEET exam, these people, I say, see, Baba, this is what sometimes, some people feel in Brahmin life. Will we be able to do it? Isn't it too high a destination? Can we do and all? I don't know why, how really to go to those purple and, as you said, effort and all. I go and tell them, it's just a journey. It's okay. So, apna apna role hai. Everyone cannot become Brahma Baba, or everyone be happy that one thing I recognize the truth. For me,
Fine.
I don't know, but because whenever I've really spoken to Baba about these NEET exam people, they couldn't, how parents, I said, Baba, are you comparing us with somebody and saying golden age, silver age and all? Like that parent who complained about, see, that child is learning. So that, the child loses confidence.
Mm,
I don't know today, because the teacher came, and it was just last month I was having a talk with Baba about this. So I thought
mm,
I should just tell you.
yes. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. We appreciate it. And I think, you know, it's funny. The one, spiritual people are the one that hold the most pain. And that is why they are seeking God for a release. And that's funny. When I heard that sentence, someone said, spiritual people are the one who hold the most pain in them. And they're turning to God as an alternative. And if I'm holding a lot of pain in me and I'm trying to figure out my way, it doesn't matter who is in what race. We are all just minding our own life and just trying to fix ourselves. I guess that's all that matters. And at the end of the day, but also we need to be very careful that we don't become rigid, because it's very easy to become rigid. It's very easy to use gyan as a measurement or as a tool to judge someone else. And that should never occur in our life with anyone. Respecting everyone's journey, wherever they are. We cannot say that they're not trying. We don't know what's their journey. We don't know how intense it is. Just respect every one of us are trying our level best, our capacity to improve ourselves. And so respect them, but continue focusing in my journey. That's all. And that's all we can do. That is what is necessary for us to do. And the moment we start focusing in us, you would realize that your own inner chatter will reduce because it doesn't matter. Someone told me, one of the BKs here was telling, oh, you don't know what this senior is doing or that senior is doing or what is happening in yoga. And I said, I don't even care. I don't even care who is doing what. Because at the end of the day, they're answerable to Baba. They're answerable to their karma. It doesn't matter who is doing what. I just want to be careful of what I'm doing. I just want to be careful of what I am following and practicing. That's all that matters. So, this is a personal decision we need to take. Don't compare any seniors with any seniors or judging anyone based on the number of years they are in this path and judging on their progress based on how much service they do or how much they know or how many classes they give. No, whatever they're doing, let them do. Whatever I need to do, let me focus on that. That's all, simply. Okay, I think time is coming pretty close. We should go into a meditation. Or Vijitba, would you like to play something?
I think a commentary is what we prefer.
Commentary? Okay, sure. Okay, so let's sit back. Sit back comfortably. And just for a few moments, let me bring my focus to the center of my forehead. This tiny star, this powerful light shining in the center of my forehead. I, this powerful soul, is chosen by Baba, recognized by Baba, and sustained by Baba's Gyan, Baba's love. Every day, and I feel very fortunate to have recognized the truth, understood who God is, and able to have a personal relationship with God. And I feel very fortunate that I am being guided every step of my way by Baba. And so let me remind myself, I am never alone. I am never weak. Answers will come to me at the right time. I am Baba's precious child. Very important. very blessed, and very much loved. This is my true identity. However I am, whatever I am Baba's only. Let me remember this, how special I am. Om Shanti. Thank you.
Om Shanti. Thank you to Baba. Thank you, Venuben. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Until then, have a lovely day.